Welcome to this deep dive. Today, we're looking at furniture, but maybe not in the way you usually think about it.
Right. We're going beyond just, aesthetics or comfort. We're looking at the environmental footprint.
Exactly. We've got this briefing document here that's all about a specific tool used in the furniture industry. It's called Life Cycle Assessment, or LCA.
That's the one, LCA. And it's pretty central to understanding sustainability in manufacturing these days.
Okay, so let's get into it. Our mission here is really to unpack how this LCA thing works, how it helps manufacturers figure out energy use, and, well, the overall environmental impact of making furniture.
It's about seeing the whole picture, not just like one snapshot in the factory.
Right, not just the assembly line.
Absolutely. So the core message from the source material really is that LCA gives manufacturers this very systematic, very comprehensive way to look at things.
Systematic and comprehensive.
Okay. Yeah, it forces them essentially to look beyond their own factory doors. You have to consider the entire life of the product.
Wow, okay. So that means what? Like from the very beginning.
Okay.
The raw materials.
Exactly. From the tree being cut down or the metal being mined, all the way through the manufacturing steps, the transport.
Bringing it to the store, then to someone's house.
How it's used. Does it need cleaning? Maintenance? And then crucially, what happens at the end? Disposal. Recycling.
So cradle to grave, basically. Or maybe even cradle to cradle.
Precisely. That's the idea. And by mapping out that entire journey, what LCA really does is shine a light on the hot spots.
Hot spots,
Meaning the stages where the biggest environmental burdens are, the biggest energy drains. That's where you find the real opportunities to, improve things, to be more sustainable.
Got it. So it's not just theory. It's about finding actionable things. The source mentioned actionable insights.
Definitely. This isn't just collecting data for a report that sits on a shelf. It directly feeds into really important business decisions.
Like what, for example?
Well, the briefing mentioned material selection. LCA findings can really challenge assumptions there.
Oh, so?
Well, one interesting point was about recycled materials versus, say, virgin wood. You might assume recycled is always better, lower energy.
Yeah, I probably would.
But the source highlighted that sometimes, depending on the specific material and how much energy it takes to collect and reprocess it, well, for certain uses, sustainably sourced virgin wood might actually have a lower overall energy footprint across its whole life cycle. You have to do the analysis.
Huh. That's counterintuitive, but makes sense when you think about the whole process. What about inside the factory itself?
LCA helps there too, guiding process optimization. It quantifies energy use, emissions, waste, right down to specific steps.
Any examples in the source?
Yeah, they mentioned analyzing the finishing process, like applying varnishes or paints. Sometimes a small tweak, maybe to oven settings or just the order you do things, can add up to significant energy savings over time. It's about those details.
Okay, and I guess that connects back to the design phase too, before anything even gets made.
Oh, absolutely. It heavily influences product design. If the LCA flags end-of-life disposal as a major issue,
then maybe design for disassembly. Use materials that are easier to recycle.
Exactly. Or if the use phase shows high impact, maybe lots of cleaning needed, designers might focus on materials needing less maintenance.
And you mentioned transport earlier. Does it track that too?
Yes, managing the supply chain more sustainably is another key output. It highlights the impact of shipping things long distances versus sourcing locally or different transport modes.
Gets sense.
And importantly, all this data makes environmental reporting much more transparent and credible. Companies can actually back up their green claims with solid LCA numbers.
So the source really emphasizes this isn't just a nice to have. It says embracing LCA is crucial.
Pretty much essential, yeah. That's the tone. For any manufacturer serious about becoming more sustainable and energy efficient, LCA is presented as a foundational step.
It provides the roadmap, you said.
Exactly. By finding and tackling these impact areas across that full life cycle, manufacturers using LCA collectively help push the whole industry towards, bigger climate and sustainability goals.
Okay, so boiling it down, the key takeaway seems to be that life cycle assessment is this really practical, vital tool for furniture makers. It forces that wide-angle view, the whole product journey. And that gives them the detailed, specific insights needed to actually cut down their environmental impact and use energy more wisely.
Spot on. And, maybe a final thought for you listening, thinking about this entire product lifecycle idea using tools like LCA, it can really shift how you see the footprint of pretty much everything around you.
Yeah, like the chair I'm sitting in or
Yeah.
My phone.
Right. What happened before it got to you? What happens after you're done with it?
Considering that whole hidden story,
Mm-hmm.
it does